Hi, this is Carolina, the Soul Coach. Welcome to my podcast. Hello and welcome. Welcome to this week's Sunday Catchup podcast. How are you and how has your week been? I hope it's been a good one. I really do. So this week has been a great week. Yay! And it was supermoon last night, wasn't it? It was incredible, the supermoon Friday night, because I am now recording this on a Saturday, of course. And yeah, I loved it. It lit up the sky, didn't it? And it was so big and so amazing. Apparently it's the last supermoon of this year. So next year, 2025, we are going to be back to having lots more supermoons, I am sure. But yeah, it was really nice. And obviously we're going to get the benefit of it tonight and tomorrow night too. So yeah, that was rather awesome. And talking about last night, had friends over to our little cottage. It's the first time they've seen it since the royal Will I Can has been renovating it, and they loved it. And it's so homely now. It really is. And he's done so brilliant. It's so beautiful. I can't remember if I shared last week about the heating in the cottage, that we had two very small radiators in there and they chirp, and it was like, I say chirp, but I said they were mice and that they squeaked, just to kind of make it more cute, because it was really annoying, but I kind of wanted to change it in my mind that it was cute. Anyway, to cut very long story short, because they just weren't giving out enough heat and we were cold, so we were having to wrap up warm and everything else. I hope I haven't shared this story, but anyway, I'm going to do it again. So we went away, as you know, I shared that last week. We went away to Glastonbury. We stayed in a shepherd's hut and it was so beautiful and warm, and they had these most amazing radiators, and they didn't chirp, they didn't squeak like a mouse. And so we decided that we were going to buy the same radiators for the cottage, which we did straight away. And we got them last week. Oh my God, it's transformational. We are now warm. And everything is starting to dry out. It was a bit damp. Not that you would know, but we've got a salt bowl that's out, and a lamp, and it was kept melting, and the salt kept getting damp. So we knew there was damp in the air. Anyway, these radiators are incredible, and we are so lovely and cozy and warm. And do you remember last week I shared with you about the emotions and the two emotions to start up your day, and Will was like warm and cozy, comfortable and happy, and so he is now warm, which is great, and I am now warm. In fact, I'm so warm that I have to sleep out of the bed covers now. So how incredible is that radiators can just heat? We need heat, don't we? We really need heat, and it's super cozy now. And yeah, just wanted to share that. Going off piece there. We had friends around, they loved the cottage, and it was really fun night. We played cards. So my dad married Michelle's mum, so my nan, taught us a card game called Beanie. And it's a brilliant game. And we've taught our friends it, and we've taught the family it, and they've taught their friends it, and it's kind of spread out. So Sylvia, thank you for teaching us Beanie. We have had hours and hours and hours of fun because of you. Sadly, Nan's passed away now, but she has definitely passed on this such great family tradition. And we used to play it when we were kids, and we played it as a family, and yeah, we just love it. And now we're still playing it, and we played it last night, and it was really good fun. And oh gosh, it was like, so there was the four of us that play, and I was in line to win the card game, and it was neck and neck with Steve, our friend, and it was all on the last card, the last round, and I knew I'd won. And I was like, yay, I'm going to win this card game. And the rules are that if someone gets like a flush, like a full house, that wipes out all the scores and they win. Like it's an automatic win. Guess who got the win? Last round, he put it down like a king, and it was kings. Full house, like run. It was wonderful. Will. And he won the bloody card game. Oh, excuse my language. He won the card game. Yeah, he won. And wiped out everything. I worked so hard all throughout the game, and then just one thing and he did it. Yay! So we came first and second. Anyway, it was really good fun, and it's really not about the winning, is it? It's just about the playing and enjoying time with friends, and that's what we did. It was really cool. Loved it. So that was last night. It was a really fun evening. But let me back up to what else happened this week, because it's been a busy week. It's been a really busy week. So just been working, which I'm loving. I'm literally loving. I love what I do. I've loved what I've done for 17 years. I think I'm so lucky, and I just feel so blessed that I can do what I love to do, and I really do. And I'm so incredibly grateful. I've got my hands in prayer position, and I am really grateful to the universe, to the higher self, to the angels, to the powers that be, to the magic, to customers, to my friends, to my family, for me to do what I love to do, because I love it. And it's really great to work hard, like put all the hours in, like just like putting all the hours in, and then to play hard as well. And I really like that. I like having the time off when I can have the time off. And I now learn that to because of doing what I love and working hard, that when I do have the rare time off now, make the most of it. There were days, and I don't know if you can understand this, but there were days where I used to feel guilty about time away, but I learned so much that you need to have that time off. You need to have some downtimes. So on Thursday, I got into work at 7:30 and I was teaching till 9, which I'll talk about in a minute. And I was like, I physically didn't feel, maybe I'm getting old, but 7:30 till 9 was like a long day, and going to be teaching, and I want to give my best when I'm teaching. I don't want to be turning up really tired and So had Thursday afternoon off, and so we went. Will and I had a date afternoon. Yeah, we went to the cinema and we saw Blitz. Now, I think I'm like a little bit stupid sometimes, because we went to see Blitz and I knew it was in the war, but my brain hadn't kind of thought about the Blitz. And it was a great storyline, and I really enjoyed the film, but I just wasn't prepared for the film that was named Blitz and the war and what happened in London. Honestly, I don't even know why I didn't think that through, and maybe I've considered another film. But however, it was a perfect film and really humbling. Like, honestly, I have nothing to complain about. Nothing. Literally, there is nothing for me to complain about, because what people experienced in the Blitz was horrific. Absolutely horrific. But what I loved, and the theme of it was about the children going away to obviously safe places in England, in the UK, and it was about this little boy that was going away, but he didn't want to, and he jumped off the train, and then it was about him finding his way home. And it was a wonderful story. It really was. But it was a bit of a strange film. Some of the filming was a bit strange. But it was very poignant. And going to the cinema, I think it's right in your face, and just to see what people went through, it was horrific. Losing your homes, losing your possessions, losing all of that, and it's just awful. And then that makes you think of all the wars that are going on, and just sending out that love and that peace, and just trying to do what we can. And what can we do to support some of these countries that are going through terrible just terribleness? It's just awful. And what really came through for me on this film, despite it being a wonderful story and everything else, and I don't want to ruin it, but I just want to say about the community, and how the communities, seeing that camaraderie and that community spirit, and seeing the chutzpah of the women, and just the bravery of the men and women, and that whole community, and yeah, it was just incredible. And then I think, was it true? And I don't know if it was true, and I need to research it, about how the underground stations, that they were shut and they wouldn't let people in. I don't know if that's the truth. But awful times. And yeah, it's just, again, isn't it? It's just about just coming into the moment, coming into presence, and just being here, and just sending, and just, I don't know, I just think it's just about whenever we kind of go to see a film, or we see things like that, or we read in history, it's like, wow, it's just like you kind of like interpret of in your life and what we have, and it just makes you feel even more grateful, and even more like that life has, all of that has led us to where we are today, and into this moment, and how much gratitude I have for that. And my nan and granddad never talked about the war, and I don't really know, I never really spoke to them about it because I was so young, and then we just never spoke about it. So yeah, it was very thought-provoking. And then we went for dinner, and then came back and was able to crack on with the evening. And it was a wonderful evening. It was the first night of a spiritual awareness workshop, and it's 4 nights, and I used to run these all the time back in COVID. And then we did one in September, and now we're doing another one, and then there'll be another one in February, March. It's great. Like-minded people, we're completely full. It's at Quest. We talked about spirituality. We talked about stillness, the importance of being present, mindful. We contacted our angels, and we practiced giving readings to each other, and it was a really wonderful night. But I love the courage, and I love that people are happy to throw themselves in, and then surprised that their intuition came through and they were able to give a reading. Yay! And love it. Just love being in that magic space, and it's truly really wonderful. So yeah, exciting to be doing another evening. So that's going to continue for the next 3 weeks. And also we started another 21 days. So I like to do these 21 days throughout the year. And this one is 21 days. It's like of love, joy and hope. So every day we send out a WhatsApp message of this week, it's to do with, as I say, love, joy and courage. And you get a little message, a little affirmation, and an action to do. And Amelia, my daughter, has prettied up all the little and made it very graphic, really pretty. She put graphics around it. I'm trying to think of the right words, but anyway, she's prettied it all up, and it's really nice. It's really nice to be doing that. And it's, again, I just think it's this community. It's really important to be part of a community and like-minded people, and just to have that vibe. I think I think the world is going very kind of isolated at the minute, but with technology and computers and working from home more and everything else, but we need to touch base in with the community. So it's nice. I really enjoy doing that, and I will continue to do it. So I think we're on day 3 today. And yeah, if you want to join in, just send me a message and you can join in, but I'll be doing another one soon as well, so just let me know. What else? So I had my acupuncture appointment this week, which was amazing. I thoroughly recommend acupuncture for many reasons. It's really, really cool. And then when I got home, I really felt the need. I really wanted to go to bed and have a little snooze because I had the afternoon off. Went to see Sam, the acupuncturist, and then just thought, oh, I'm just going to curl up in bed. But of course, got caught up with home admin, got loads done, and was really happy with what I'd done. But just that thought. I think the thought of doing it was good, and just thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to do that. But then catching up with stuff that I hadn't caught up with was really good as well. And we, Will and I went for a beautiful walk in the week. And I was chatting to Will about my desire for wanting to go to bed for a couple of hours, to read a book and just to snuggle up. And he said that how often do we do that, like take that opportunity to do that? And it's not very often, because we always are thinking that there's something that we must be doing. And it's almost like we're constantly trying to get ahead. I know I'm always trying to get ahead. Like, oh, I'll do that, I'll do that, I'll do that. I'll do it now. And then I'll have more time tomorrow. But then tomorrow, something always comes up and it always fills my time. And then I think, oh, I'll get ahead and I'll do that. And I don't think I've ever got ahead. And I think when I'm in that mode, I'm almost not being present to how my body's feeling and how I'm feeling. And Will said the same. He said he's constantly trying to catch up, but we're never going to catch up. There's nothing to catch up on, is there? And so we kind of said, okay, so what is this about? And he used a really great analogy, and it happened actually. So I can't remember where we were going, but we were driving somewhere and there was a lorry that we needed to overtake. And Will said, do you know what? If I overtake this lorry, then there's going to be another lorry. And then there's going to be another lorry that needs overtaking. I think it must have been on the motorway. I can't remember where we were going. And so he said, no, I'm just going to enjoy just being here in this moment, and we'll just relax. And it's like, yeah, I really like that analogy, that we're constantly rushing, trying to get somewhere. But actually, let's just enjoy this moment, this present moment. I talk about it all the time, but I find reminders in the moment help me come back to present. So this week, I've really been trying to be present after having that realization that I'm always rushing. And I think that when we're not rushing and we allow ourselves to come into the moment, that's where the flow happens. That's where the magic happens. That's where we're in that quantum field, and it's just allowing ourselves to be in the moment and to enjoy the journey, because otherwise we miss. I know that when I'm in that mode of head down and I'm like on one, I miss the magic, I miss the flow, I miss that the spontaneity, anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, of that moment. And so, yeah, it's just about being in the moment, isn't it? It's just about, it really is. That's all it is. That's all life is asking of us, to be in the moment. And just for now, where you are right now, I'm just going to take a breath. Honestly, I need to take a breath. Don't feel like I've taken a breath in the last 20 minutes. It's like ground. It's okay. What's around us right now? And experiencing the joy of what you've created, and the joy. I'm just experiencing the joy of what I've created and where I am. And I'm in our little therapy room at Quest right now. And it's beautiful. I've got Lakshmi on one wall. I've got sunset on another wall. I've got an Om poster up. Ganesh. It's beautiful. It's just about taking a moment. And last night before I went to bed, I looked out because I wanted to find the moon, and it was right there shining in the cottage, and it was so beautiful. It really was. It was shining through a tree, and it was just lovely. And I was like, oh, I'll go and get my camera, da, da, da. But I just thought, no, the moment will be gone. I just want to capture this in my mind and just enjoy this moment of these moonbeams, and just be there. Only for a minute, but it was really nice. I really, really enjoyed that. So, yeah. And, I think as well, there are no rights or wrongs, are there? We just have these experiences to learn from them. And that's what I constantly do, is just kind of enjoy the moment and then learn from it. And even if I'm not enjoying that moment, and I'm like talking to you about this week and then reflecting on it, it's like, it's okay. I'm going to learn from this and move on. We're not always going to get it right. But I think when I listen to my intuition, and when I'm present and when I'm in the moment, the right thing always happens. Even though there's no right or wrong, but more favourable things happen. Just by magic. And I love it. Love it. And I think I know from previous experience, so let me give you another analogy for what I'm trying to explain. I call it the tea towel effect. So if you have your tea towels in a drawer, don't you, in the kitchen? And then if you change the drawer, which drawer do you go back to? Until you've reconditioned yourself to go to the new drawer. Do it time and time again. When we've changed a drawer, we still go back to that same drawer. But interestingly, at the cottage, we had a fridge door that wasn't opening where the side that would have naturally worked for us. And so we kept going to the door that naturally worked for ourselves until we got used to where the door was. But then we'll change the door. Guess what side door we kept going back to? The one that didn't work for us, until we've reconditioned. And so it's remembering that, isn't it, if we change a belief, or we change a narrative, or we change another way of looking at things, sometimes we might revert to old until we've reconditioned it into the new. And I find that a really useful analogy, and it's a great reminder. It really is. This week also, I saw a coaching client in Mauritius, which was amazing. It's so great to be doing worldwide clients. The technology is pretty amazing, isn't it, to be able to do this? We couldn't have done this a while ago. To be able to do it now is fantastic. But also, I've had an inquiry from America for a palm reading, thanks to the video on YouTube. And she sent me her prints. And I'm going to do a palm reading for her. I can see them clearly. Again, cameras on phones are so good that I can actually see the lines. So I'm able to give her a little reading. So that's cool. And she's from America. I love being able to do that. It's so cool. It really is. So, the other thing as well is coming back to teamwork. I just think that teamwork is so important, and I love being part of a team, and I'm in awe of being part of a team and seeing what people love to do and what they're really good at doing that I don't have a Scooby-Doo on, and then they don't have a Scooby-Doo of what my part is. And then collectively, we make the most beautiful cake. We come together and we create together. Oh, there's a power in that. There really is. And I love how Joe Vitale talks about this, that if there's a job that you don't love to do, find someone that does it, that loves it. There'll always be someone that will love what you don't love to do. And so find the person that has the knowledge, that enjoys it, and that really, really loves it. And so then you create your team. And so I'm really, really so happy to be part of the team, and for us all to be doing what we love, to pull together to create. And we're working on the Living a Life of Magic course to really bring that alive. And I'm so excited because it's so amazing. And I think I talked about it last week as well, but it's great. And yeah, I think that's my week. It's just been a busy week, just doing loads of stuff. We got our visas for Bali, and Amelia's learning to free dive this weekend. She will have had her first day today, learning to free dive. I think that's so brave. So incredible to be able to free dive. Have you heard of Ocean Ramsey? Harriet met her. She dives and she free dives. And when you look at her on Instagram and just see how she swims under the ocean, she's like a mermaid. She really is. So we can't wait to hear how Amelia's getting on with her free diving. It's not something that I would like to do. I'm not a very good. I love the ocean. I love the ocean, and I love snorkeling, and I love it. But I'm not a strong swimmer, and I'm not very graceful. I'm a bit clumsy. Always have been, but not clumsy, just not graceful. I think that's the right word. And not. I don't. And it's not even a skill that I necessarily want to learn. Diving. I think I'd feel really claustrophobic. But the children been swimming since they were babies, and really wanted to help them be water babies, and I'm in absolute awe of it. And they are water babies, both of them, and I just love it. I remember Harriet. we went to the Maldives as a family a few years back, and I remember Harriet rescuing me because I was felt like I was drowning. I wasn't, but she was dragging me. It was really funny. We had such a lot of laughter about that. But anyway, I think it's just doing things that we love to do, isn't it? It really is. That's me. That's my week. Stopping, being in the moment. So just coming into your moment. Taking a breath. What are you grateful for? All is well. Please like and subscribe. Please share my podcasts. Make a difference. It really does. So many people say that they enjoy this podcast and that it's really helped them and made a difference. So please share it. Please like and subscribe. Please comment. I would really appreciate that. Thank you so much for listening. You've got this. And until next week, another exciting week next week. Lots going on. And look forward to sharing with you my week next week. Take good care of yourself. Bye.